live?
Yes, the stream is live.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're almost ready to go. Yeah. So, should I start? Team Reverse is present here. Am I audible?
Do we have to open?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
we are
just
present.
tell if you are present. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
we
we have pressed.
And team, a team coders at law are present here. Hello, is team coders at law present here? Hello, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, we're audible.
Uh, is team coders at law present here?
Yes, we are present.
Yeah, further set live present.
Okay. Okay. So greetings everyone present here, and we appreciate you for taking the time out for this event. The topic in interest today is the annexation of Crimea in 2014. Was it justified? Like, were the people satisfied? Is Crimea a happy nation, or was it just a forceful takeover by Russia to fulfill their needs? Let's find out today. The rules of the event are really simple. There will be three types of people in the team. There are three types of, just a sec. There are three types of people in the team. One is the affirmative speaker who will speak for the motion. One is the negative speaker who will speak against the motion. And one is the intruder who will intrude as the speakers after the speakers have spoken their respective manifestos or just the speeches. Each speaker will get a time span of 3 minutes to make their point, which will be followed by a rebuttal session of 3 minutes. During the 3 minute time span, all the intruders can ask question to the speaker based on the speech given. Okay. And the judges will also intrude at this point, and in only two intrusions are allowed in the intrusion round. Similarly, each participant must speak at least once, and that's all. I guess the rules are pretty simple. It's intruder based debate type format, and I think we should continue. The rewards are: first prize will be 3,500 and second prize will be, wait 1 second, I'm really sorry. Upon short notice the prices were changed, and now the first prize is 1,500 and the second prize is 500 rupees, because we got very less participation for that. So I guess now we should let the announce the motion: the annexation of Crimea by Russia in 2014, whether it's justified or not. So I'm going to invite the speaker who is for the motion from Team Reverse to speak now with cams on. By for the motion, I mean
Hello.
the person. Yeah. Are you going to speak for the motion? Like it is justified that the invasion of Crimea was justified.
Yes, I will be speaking for the motion. And I'm starting, okay?
Yeah, sure.
So on 19th February to 1954, the president of Soviet Union of the SSR, USSR, issued a decree on the transfer of the Crimean region of the RSFSR to the Ukrainian SSR. So this Supreme Soviet decree states that this transfer was motivated by the commonality of economy, the proximity and the close economic and cultural relations between the Crimean region and the Ukrainian SSR. But they didn't accounted for the say of Crimean population. That time, no vote or referendum took place. Crimean population had no say in that transfer. But in 2014, a referendum was conducted openly and fairly on merging Crimea and Russia. And the people of Crimea expressed their free will clearly and earnestly. They want to be with Russia. The annexation is also justified by the foundational international law that is respect for self-determination. Crimeans side with Russia. Since the 84th and 85th federal subjects of the Russian Federation in 2014, both have strongly supported United Russia in both local and national elections. In 2018, Russian presidential elections were held, and Vladimir Putin secured 92% of the vote in Crimea compared to 77 across the whole Russia as a whole. And the most important thing, Ukrainians don't care for the population. They just care for the strategic territory. Once Ukrainians lost that control of the territory in 2014, they shut down the water supply of the North Crimean Canal, which supplies 85% of the peninsula's freshwater needs from the Dnieper River, the nation's main waterway. After 2014, the Russian government invested heavily in the peninsula's infrastructure, repairing roads, modernizing hospitals, and building the Crimean Bridge that links the peninsula to the Russian mainland. Development of new resources of water was also undertaken with huge difficulties to replace the closed Ukrainian resources. In 2017, Russian government also began modernizing the international airports, which opened new terminal in 2018. Russia provides electricity to Crimea via cable beneath the Kerch Strait. In June 2018, there was a full electrical outage for all Crimeans, but the power grid company Rosati reported to have fixed the outage in approximately 1 hour. So that is all from me. It was justified the annexation.
Okay, so now the ground is open for a rebuttal. So our judges or the
One
opponent.
second. Vansh, your volume is really low. I can't hear
Okay,
you that well.
just a second, I'll fix that. Hello. Hello, am I audible? Am I audible now?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. So yeah, the ground is open for rebuttal now. So either the judges or the opponent team can rebut. You have 3 minutes to do that.
So can I go ahead?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So just to bring a point to your notice, the President's Human Rights Council of Russia posted a report that was quickly taken down as if it were toxic radioactive waste. But according to this report about the March referendum to annex Crimea, the turnout of Crimean voters was only 30%. And of this, only half voted for the referendum, meaning only 15% of Crimean citizens voted for annexation.
I'm sorry, Mohammad Yasin, I have to stop you there. In rebuttal round, you have to ask questions about the speech that the speaker gave.
Yes,
You
I
can.
was heading towards that. Just a
Okay,
second.
sure. Yeah.
So when you are saying that the referendum was conducted fairly and truly, and this is in presence of armed mercenaries all around them, how can you say that it was conducted fairly and truly, and that most of the population wanted to do this, when only 15% of the people even showed up to it?
The data that 15% have gone to vote from the Crimea is not true. Okay. And also the fact that you said it was really under military's supervision, that is also not true. Okay. It was fair. The points I will like to elaborate the fairness of this elections would be that multiple people of foreign countries, like even from the west, from where the people are opposing, have been brought there to supervise those elections. The supervisions was taken under the authorities and high reputed peoples. Okay, it was not as you said. Hello, did you hear me?
Yeah.
So the election was fair and it was justly did by the Crimean peoples.
Okay. Any more rebuttals? You cannot count rebut. I'm audible, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, once again, sorry to interrupt, but people in the chat are requesting that we pin the speakers while they're speaking so they can see them too.
I'm sorry. I will do that.
Thanks.
Okay, so can I ask another question now?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Wait, we have only around 1 minute left. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah. You said that most of the Crimean people, now the data, okay, you can say that it can be manipulated in both ways, but you said that most of the Crimean people wanted to join Russia. Now, why in their
Yes,
sense
of course.
they want to join Russia when back when Stalin was there, 100,000 of the Crimean people were.
Let me tell you. In the
were moved, and almost 50,000 people were killed in a huge genocidal manner by Russian people.
genocide was utterly false. In fact, military of Russia, they have self-protected Crimean people. Okay, in the southeastern regions where such genocides were reported. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. I think the ground for rebuttal is closed now. Thank you guys for speaking. And now we will go for the negative speaker of Team Reverse.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Shall I start?
Yeah, you can start.
So today, unfortunately, Crimea is a part of Russia. It was annexed by Russia in 2014 when Ukraine and many other countries condemned the annexation and considered it to be a violation of international law, and Russian signed agreements safeguarding the territorial integrity of Ukraine. In 1954, under Nikita Khrushchev, Crimea was transferred to Ukraine, and it was described as a symbolic gesture marking the 300th anniversary of the 1654 Treaty of Pericles. The Crimean province conducted a referendum in 1991, which asked whether Crimea should be elevated into a signatory of the new Union territory. The Crimea was restored for less than a year as a part of Soviet Ukraine before Ukrainian independence. Newly independent Ukraine maintained Crimea's autonomous status. By the above references, my point is basically clear that Crimea was an autonomous state, and Supreme Council of Crimea affirmed the sovereignty as a part of Ukraine. In the 1994 Budapest Memorandum on Security Assurances, Russia was among those who affirmed to respect the territorial integrity of Ukraine, including Crimea, and to refrain from the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of Ukraine. The 1997 Russian-Ukrainian Treaty on Friendship, Cooperation, and Partnership again reaffirmed the inviolability of the borders between both states and required Russian forces in Crimea to respect the sovereignty of Ukraine, honor its legislation, and not interfere in the internal affairs of the country. Moreover, geographically, if you see the map of Crimea, Ukraine and Crimea is connected by the land from Perikop and Zankoe, and there is a strait of Kerch between Russia and Crimea. Let me tell you the situation of Crimea after the annexation. Crimea has undergone significant changes over the past 6 years. A large number of ethnic Ukrainian and Crimean Tatars, some put the total at 140,000, have left the peninsula since 2014. Russia has not just annexed Crimea, but Russian forces committed crimes against the various communities of Crimea. Because of these actions, Russia was suspended from the group of G8, and there were rounds of sanctions against the country, which led to the sudden fall of the Russian economy. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the ground for rebuttal is open now.
So I'd like to bring your attention to the fact that the president at the time, the Ukrainian president at the time, Viktor Yanukovych, was in fact from the beginning didn't want Ukraine to go to Europe or any other else. He always wanted the former USSR countries to have a coalition, and the people of Ukraine were the ones who actually brought arms and started this. There were no official military from Russia to start this war or anything. So how could you say that this was not done fairly when the people there themselves wanted it to happen?